What is up, guys? Welcome back to Chirk Media, and on today's episode, as you guys can see, we have the SS freshly washed, looking clean, with the hood open. Yes, we finally got some more performance mods. The only performance mod we have is the catback exhaust, and now it's time for some air. We got an intake system from VCM Performance, bought this thing from Maverick Man Carbon, and got it in like a few days, so really excited to install this. This is the over-the-radiator intake system. So instead of being the normal box that goes to the corner, I guess you should say, it actually goes right over the radiator. It reminds me a lot of my dad's old C6 because the C6 Corvettes are the exact same format. And so it's time for an install. We've got new fascia pieces, is what they call them, that actually go over the parts of the intake that now open up the engine bay a little bit. So I guess VCM actually went ahead and made pieces. There's 3 pieces here that go over to fill it in and make it more stock looking. Obviously, the air filter and the body of the intake, I guess you should say. Clamps, extra pieces, la-di-da-di-da. And we're gonna get into a quick install video. To uninstall the stock intake box is pretty easy. I have my video that I'm watching from VCM. They have a YouTube channel and a YouTube video for instructions, which I'll link down below, or stay tuned and watch mine. Prefer you watch mine. And let's get into taking out the intake. First things first that you're gonna do is take the oil cap off to get the engine cover off. Once you do that, the breather PCP, I believe, little breather here, take a flat head. There's a little clip that you're gonna stuff in, aim out, and that should just come on out like so. You wiggle it through and get it out like that. Next, you're going to take off the clamp from the throttle body, unloosen that, and take off the MAF one down here. I'm using a 7mm. There's the chamber off. Then we can go ahead and do this clamp here. Take out the MAF, tuck that up there, out of the way, and this should come out as well. Go ahead and take off the reducer here. It was up on this side. Just go ahead and take it off because you won't be needing this piece anymore. Take the 2 nuts, one here for the box with a 10. Go ahead and take that off, it makes it easier. It's the positive terminal cover, and pull right up. Next, what we'll go ahead and do is take off the radiator cover. You've got 4 10mm bolts and 6 T20 Torx heads, and go ahead and take that off. For the radiator support, there's 10mm here, 10mm here. You're gonna take those off. This thing clips in like so. Once you have those off, give it a little pressure and take off these little supports. Attached to the radiator brackets, there's a 10mm underneath it that's supporting these. You will need to take these off, so go ahead and use the 10mm. There is a harness that runs along with it, so you will need to take that off using the clips. Just take some pliers, squeeze those clips out, and they should come out easily. Have your radiator bracket, which sits like so. You'll go ahead and screw this into the bottom slot. This is actually a little area that it'll slide into to where that mount is, and then go ahead, put your 10mm back on, and it should be pretty easy from there. So for the left hand side for your radiator bracket, what you're going to do is take this piece right here, and also you're going to need to reuse your 10mm from the supports and this little washer style. And what you're going to do here is take this, and this is supposed to go into a little spot here. Probably best to go underneath first, if you can. It's a little tight down here. And it should just clip on in a sort of way, like so. And then you're gonna go ahead and realign with the washer. There's a little tab right here that it sits in. Take your 10 mil, line it up, and make it snug. And with the passenger side, this little piece goes right over the radiator, supports it. You're gonna line up your little tab here, take your 10 mil, go ahead, get it down. Make it snug. Now that that's all complete, your radiator brackets are back. You can go ahead and set this piece back in, make sure it's snug underneath the grill. Go ahead and put your bolts back in. Alrighty guys, so now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this piece here, you're gonna take the MAF and you're going to insert it into the reducer. I would make sure, because it does sit like this, to angle this part down for the MAF sensor, so that way it's a little bit easier to go in. It is difficult to get this clamp over the reducer, so I do suggest a tool like this, to where, yes, it may be a little sideways on the inside of the clamp, but you can go ahead and take it here, kind of fit it over the clamp a little bit, and that way you can make your adjustment while you're tightening it down. Next, what you're going to do is take this little duckbill. There is a grommet right here in the middle, and you're going to just squeeze that little guy in there. Perfect. Then you're going to take the MAF sensor and this whole setup here. Mine's a little bowed, but that's okay. And you're going to make sure you install it correctly, as it sits like so. So you're going to want to put the MAF sensor down here at the bottom. Once you have that on, and it looks like it's seating correctly all the way around, you then will take your large hose clamp, and you're going to have to bend it to get it in a right-ish position. Go ahead and loosening it would help. Ha ha ha. Next piece you're going to want to do is take the throttle body piece, and then you're also going to want to take the, wherever it went. Now to put on the throttle body reducer, make sure you put your hose clamp first and inline the PCV valve with the MAF. And go ahead, get it on there, get it nice and snug. Next, what you're going to do is take your hose clamp, put it over the throttle body, as it's a little easier to do it this way, and take your complete radiator setup. Looks like it seats like so. Well, my camera didn't film any of the remaining videos that I was taking. Have no idea why, so we're just going to do a quick rundown. So once you get the intake chamber and body up inside here, go ahead and get your clamps screwed down on, tightened up on all that, and you should be seated pretty easily. You can then go ahead, take your oil cap off, and put back on the engine cover for it to look and be that part that needs to go on. And next, you'll have the last parts, you'll have these fascia pieces. So over here on this fascia piece down here, where the intake chamber and intake box was actually there, the air filter box, I guess I should say, there's a piece down here that you're going to take the little grommet that was in here. You're going to pull that out and pull the grommet out and reuse that hex head or Torx head. Sorry, I believe it was a 27 if I remember correctly. You'll take one of your 10 mil nuts that was on here holding the box in, put that on there, sit that. You will need to take this off to get this in. It was very difficult to try to do, so I think it's a 13. To go ahead, take that off, you'll be able to reinstall it. Then with here, there's these two brackets. So this supports the radiator, and there's one on the other side too. You'll have two brackets. one that slides in. This one's more of like an L shape, sits like that. So you unscrew these, slide it in. You'll be able to put your clips in, put your clip in here for it to sit over and hold down also the chamber. You'll come onto this side and same scenario. You'll kind of see that there's the bracket there. You'll import these support bolts, lift it up. This one's more at a like this shape, but also goes down a little bit, probably about an inch to go wrap around the part of the frame. So you'll go ahead, do that, and same thing there with the clip there. This doesn't bolt onto anything. If you can see, there's like the bottom of the clip, it doesn't do anything. It's just for look, I guess. So you could just put a clip in there. And once you're done, you can fire it up and be good with it. Hopefully you guys like this video. Quicker little video of an install. I'm very excited. I've already done a lot of driving with it, and my review is this is probably one of the top-notch intake systems you could get for it. The over the radiator, I think, allows the cooling so much more where it sits, with the grill and all that. You just get so much more air. The throttle response is 10 times better. The power, I feel is there, it gives more. I believe there was like 20-ish pounds that the website says that it gives. I'm not 100% sure, obviously, but I definitely feel a power difference and a throttle response difference, and I'm very, very happy with this. And I love how OEM this thing looks, especially with the fascia pieces. It just looks so clean and looks like it belongs there. So definitely happy with this product. Definitely recommend it. If you guys are looking to get one, go to Maverick Man Carbon, get yours, VCM. They killed it with this kit, and hopefully you guys like this install and review video. If you guys did, leave a like, leave a comment. If you guys have any questions, be happy to answer them for you. And we'll see you guys in the next video. I do have some other parts for this. Actually, some stuff I brought from Maverick Man, which is some fender washers that I'm having painted to match the car to clean up the engine bay, give it a little bit more of that nice blue look. I have some eyelids that we're going to try to install possibly. And, well, there's going to be some more future stuff, especially for the Camaro, something you guys I think are going to really, really like. So see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.